President-elect Donald Trump calling for unity and healing this Thanksgiving.
It's my prayer that on this Thanksgiving, we begin to heal our divisions and move forward as one country. Emotions are raw and tensions just don't heal overnight. It doesn't go quickly, unfortunately. But to succeed, we must enlist the effort of our entire nation.
Joining me now, Todd Starnes of Fox News Radio. Todd, you were somewhat critical of Donald Trump throughout the campaign. How are you feeling about him now?
Well, I wasn't that critical of him, Charles. Look, I mean, he's...
No, but I do believe that you serve the purpose, particularly, I know you're an evangelical and you have strong beliefs, and you don't waver on your beliefs for political gain. So I thought you were a great voice out there, a great independent voice amongst a whole bunch of sycophants or Johnny-come-latelys.
Well, and that is true now. Look, I gave him praise when praise was due, and then I criticized when I thought that he was going astray. And I'm feeling cautiously optimistic, sort of puzzled by some of the choices that he's picking for his team. Nikki Haley, for example, at the UN. I'm kind of curious to know what sort of foreign policy background she has. So the issue for me is how many of those campaign promises are actually going to come true at the end of the day.
Although, as an astute political observer, you know that promises are one thing. There always will be some degree of compromise.
Yeah, and you know what? Donald Trump promised not to be that kind of a guy, didn't he? He said he wasn't a politician, and I'm going to hold him accountable to that. You know, I want to know, is there in fact going to be a wall, or was that campaign rhetoric? What's going on with this Mitt Romney being floated as the possible Secretary of State? I'm not too sure about that. And I think people are, again, cautiously optimistic. They're willing to give him the benefit of the doubt for now, but we'll have to wait and see.
Well, he's got to be president of all Americans. He's gotten huge criticism, particularly from the media.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think to a degree he's trying to also address that, perhaps with not just with the way he's presented himself, which has been, you know, everyone's got to agree, he's been magnanimous, he's been spot on with his tone and his message. So how far does he have to go to make all Americans feel included, and also to as much as he can keep those campaign promises?
Well, look, I think Donald Trump could subscribe to the New York Times, and they still wouldn't like that guy over there.
I think he canceled his subscription.
Yeah, I don't think that he could resubscribe, and it wouldn't matter. I don't think it's going to matter much, and at the end of the day, I'm really not quite sure he cares that much about what the New York Times says or what the Washington Post says.
Not the media per se, but some of the folks that maybe the media thinks that they're representing. I mean, there's some people out there who are antsy still for different reasons than you are.
Oh, look, I mean, look, there are some, with the tech company just a few days ago said they're canceling all the accounts of Republicans, people who support Donald Trump. Penzi Spice Company, I just posted a column this morning at toddstarnes.com. The owner of that spice company called Republicans who voted for Donald Trump a bunch of racists. So I think there's a lot of hate and vitriol that's not going away, and a lot of it is coming from the university campuses across the country. So we're going to have to see how this goes, but I'm not quite sure these folks are willing to give Donald Trump a fair shake.
His grade, his Todd Starnes grade since winning the election, from the acceptance speech to what we heard for Thanksgiving.
I'm giving Donald Trump a B+.
That's pretty good. You're a tough grader.
And a gold star, yeah.
And a gold star.
Give him a gold star.
All right, Mitt Romney selection, that would drop in pretty precipitously, though.
I think so, and I think for me, it was the rhetoric on the campaign trail. Right. And I get it. You're going to say things that you really don't mean, but I suspect Mitt Romney really meant that. But beyond that, he tried to sabotage the Trump campaign at the Republican convention. That troubles me, and that should disqualify him from being a secretary.
You know what? You're not alone. A lot of people believe the same thing. Nice seeing you.
Charles, thanks.
Okay.